Better be seated because I guarantee you are not ready for this. Guys, the Diddy trial just took a turn so wild, so disturbing, that even 50 Cent, Hollywood's ultimate troll, couldn't resist dragging this mess into the light. Rumors have been swirling for years about Diddy's twisted power trips, but this is next level depravity. According to leaked evidence, allegedly leaked by 50 Cent himself, Diddy didn't just abuse Cassie. Oh no. He reportedly forced her into golden showers, made her drink it, and filmed the whole for his own sick pleasure. And guess who's been sitting on this footage? 50 Cent. That documentary he's been working on since Diddy's arrest? Yeah, it's not just a tell-all. It's a nuclear bomb packed with receipts. And now those tapes might be key evidence in court. Grab your seats and let's break it down because the allegations hitting the courtroom right now are so vile that they'll make your skin crawl.
You're not comfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, you take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
But you've been getting out for over a decade.
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you in 50?
Hey, yo.
You guys better buckle up because the Diddy trial has been moving fast. It's hard to believe this case has been brewing for over a year now, but this past week, it exploded. The jury is already locked in, opening statements are out, and witnesses are being called one after another. And baby, when I tell you this courtroom is giving drama, I mean it's giving HBO limited series in real time. Just when you thought you had all the tea, the prosecution came in and dumped a whole new kettle. Their opening statement, explosive. It's clear we've only been sipping the surface because underneath is a whole messy, jaw-dropping scandal that's shaking the courtroom to its core. And the word on the street, Diddy's defense team is fumbling the bag so hard that people are starting to ask if he should have just taken that plea deal when he had the chance. Like it's looking rough. But you know who's having a field day with all this chaos? None other than 50 Cent, the king of petty, the master of shade, and Diddy's loudest troll. From the minute this trial kicked off, 50's been wilding. He jumped on Instagram and dropped a savage AI-generated pic of himself as every single juror on Diddy's trial, captioning it, Sean Diddy Combs' jury selection for trial is finally complete.
There is nothing that could make me hate 50 Cent, and especially after this. He has literally just dropped this on his actual TikTok.
Then he added, I'm not sure if this is fair, but don't worry, be happy. The implication? If it were up to 50, Diddy would already be sentenced, sealed, and gone. And oh, he didn't stop there. 50 came for the defense's wild claim that Cassie was just as bad as Diddy. He posted another AI photo of himself as a prosecutor and clapped back with, Your Honor, this theory of Cassie kicking Diddy behind, I'm not buying it. He even posted another one basically laughing at Did's situation with the caption, down on your luck, not feeling good today. Well, look at the bright side, you could be Diddy. Chin up.
Call Puff gay. Does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 9th.
Guys, the shade is surgical. Then came the real bombshells, stuff straight from the prosecution's mouth, like Diddy allegedly telling an escort to give Cassie a golden shower while she was choking. Yeah, that's how dark this case is getting. And 50, he didn't hold back his reactions for 1 second. Now, let's not pretend we hadn't already heard whispers. Remember when Young Miami went on her podcast bragging about loving golden showers? She was dating Diddy at the time, and the internet did what it does best, connected the dots. But what's being said in court now, it's painting a picture that's way more disturbing than anyone expected. And if this is just the beginning of the trial, you already know it's about to get even messier. Now, you won't believe how the internet erupted after Young Miami's infamous golden shower confession. People went wild, dubbing Diddy P. Diddy, and dragging Young Miami for allegedly doing anything for that bad boy bag. But hold up, what seemed like a messy overshare just turned into something way more sinister, because, plot twist, just months later, court docs dropped that confirmed the unthinkable. Diddy actually lives up to the P. Diddy nickname, and it wasn't just some kinky bedroom game. Allegations claim Diddy forced Cassie into these acts, even while she was choking and reportedly drugged out of her mind from whatever he gave her. Young Miami later backtracked on her golden shower comments, so now the internet is asking, was she forced too? But y'all, that's just the beginning. On day 1 of the explosive trial, a man named Daniel Phillip took the stand and dropped jaw-dropping testimony, claiming he was paid by Diddy to sleep with Cassie while Diddy watched from the shadows and pleasured himself. Daniel said Diddy made him use baby oil, sometimes filmed the encounters, and even snapped a pic of his driver's license, as if to say, don't talk. But what really had the courtroom shook. Daniel said Diddy asked him to pee on Cassie. Yes, you heard me correctly. Then boom, 50 Cent jumps into the chaos, clowning Diddy with a viral post. Diddy said in your mouth, shaking my head, LOL.
In the courtroom as Cassie was testifying, so let me tell you guys everything that you didn't see or may have not heard, because it's a lot. I will say the most damning part of her testimony for me is when she describes a freak-off where Diddy and another man, an escort, are standing on top of her while she is laying on the floor, high off of ecstasy, and they are on her face to the point where she is choking on their pee. And to further give context, on the right-hand side of the court seated is her husband, Alex Fine. On the left-hand side, Diddy's 6 out of 7 kids.
Now, here's where it gets even more disturbing. From the very first moments of their opening statement, the prosecution made one thing crystal clear. This trial is not about exposing some wild consensual fetishes. This is about a man who, for over 20 years, allegedly bullied and women for his own pleasure and had an entire team helping him do it. Staff members, security, drivers, people who knew what was going on and allegedly turned a blind eye or helped keep it quiet. And after all that, you'd expect Diddy's legal team to come in hot with a powerful defense, right? Something to shake up the courtroom and poke holes in the prosecution's story? Nope. What they said instead stunned everyone. They literally looked the jury dead in the face and said, this case is about love, jealousy, and money. That was their opening line. No joke. They tried to argue that Diddy was just a man with some spicy bedroom habits and that the government had no business policing what consenting adults do behind closed doors. Their whole defense boiled down to, maybe he did some of this stuff, but it wasn't that bad. And besides, the women stayed with him for years, so they must have wanted it. Get this, they even claimed the women were jealous of Kim Porter and only stayed with Diddy for the fame and the lifestyle. Yeah, it's not looking good for Diddy. If the prosecution really has the mountain of evidence and witness testimony they say they do, this "they liked it" excuse is going to fall apart fast. Honestly, he probably should have taken a plea deal if that was the best his lawyers could come up with. And it gets even more intense. The prosecution has already started calling witnesses, and their stories are absolutely chilling. The first to take the stand was Israel Flores, a Los Angeles police officer and hotel security official who responded to a disturbing call back in 2016. He said he found Cassie and Diddy in the elevator lobby of the Intercontinental Hotel. Cassie looked a mess, swollen eye, bruises, clearly terrified. And Diddy? He allegedly tried to hand over a wad of cash right there in front of him. Flores took it as a bribe, declined, and filed a report, but didn't call the cops because no one was pressing charges. Still, the damage was done, and now it's finally being talked about in open court. And then there's Cassie herself, now testifying while 8 months pregnant, using her full government name and facing Diddy with unbelievable strength. She confirmed every horrifying detail from her lawsuit, how he controlled her career, how he forced her into freak-offs, sometimes recording them, how those experiences made her feel worthless. And most heartbreaking of all, she said she lived in constant fear for her life because Diddy had staff keeping tabs on her every move. Even when she tried to leave, he always found a way to drag her back in. Sources say Cassie was soft-spoken and incredibly credible on the stand, making it almost impossible for Diddy's legal team to spin her into some fame-hungry opportunist chasing clout. And let's not forget, Diddy's children were in the courtroom too. His daughters reportedly had to leave every time the testimony got graphic. It was just too much. Even Diddy's mother looked visibly shaken when prosecutors played surveillance footage, allegedly showing Diddy putting his hands on Cassie. Imagine watching that as a parent. Now 50 Cent is catching some heat for how he's reacted to the trial. Some people think he's gone too far with the jokes. But here's the part they're missing. 50 has been digging into Diddy's life for a while now as part of a tell-all documentary he's producing. When he announced it, people accused him of trying to profit off pain. But he insisted this wasn't about clout or cash. It was about telling a story with real human consequences, spanning decades of abuse. And here's the wild twist. Apparently, 50 has been working with the feds the whole time. Some of the evidence that's now being presented in court reportedly came straight from the files 50 compiled for his doc. And according to insiders, the videos he uncovered are so graphic and damning that Diddy's legal team is still begging the judge to block them from being shown to the jury. Bottom line, it's not looking good for Diddy at all. The prosecution came in like a wrecking ball, and his defense, weak, deflective, and honestly embarrassing. If their best argument is, but they stayed, so it must not have been that bad, then Diddy might be in serious trouble. Anyways, what do you think about these jaw-dropping opening statements and the witness testimonies so far? Is 50 Cent doing too much, or is he exposing what needed to be seen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to stay tuned so you can keep up to date with all the drama, because this trial is just getting started, and it's only going to get crazier from here. You won't believe who's getting dragged into this mess next. Till next time, bye.